Welcome to CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA tournament. Today's game is between the Texas Christian Horned Frogs and the Ohio State Buckeyes. To make it this far is an incredible accomplishment. There's the bracket. And our starting lineup.
No matter the game, your starting five must be ready to play. As soon as the ball is tossed up, you gotta be ready. Too many teams fall behind early because they are just not ready to perform.
And of course, how the teams will set the tempo.
Well, I think if they can focus on some of these keys here, they'll be in position to win.
So here we go.
Gus, have it a little minute.
Nice job defensively. He can't get it to go. Grabs the rebound. The Buckeyes now running a zone offense.
The impact very similar to their man-to-man. They find the open guy.
Shots up. Shots off.
Get out and fill.
And we'll get a change of possession. The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Very effective because of the power on the glass. It opens up that opportunity for tips.
On the outside. Jump shot. No.
Oh, physicality.
Down in the low block. Fires. In the lane. Off the mark.
Look for the outlet.
The Buckeyes now looking to run their stuff against this zone.
And what they do is put it on the deck, creating a pinch, and then find the open guy.
And yet another missed field goal attempt, Coach. They're struggling.
I don't think any of them are concentrating right now.
On the right side. He shoots from the corner. Shots off. Give me that. Out on the left wing. First personal foul. Too aggressive on defense here. He winds up with the foul.
You always get your hand reaching in, you get in trouble.
Well, Bill, this young man's now in his second season of eligibility.
He's still young, but the coach has him out there for a reason. He tends to make the right decisions out there, which means more playing time for him. A simple concept that applies to everyone, regardless of age or experience.
Both free throws go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, thanks for joining us tonight. Gus Johnson here alongside Bill Raftery. Court receives the pass. And the block. Out on the right wing. He looks for three. And no!
See the floor. You can get some easy fast breaks.
Called for the foul. And they're going to count it.
What determination.
Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive, but you just got to know when to back off.
And here's a look at the freshman.
This caliber of basketball can be a big change for some players. Some make the jump without missing a step. But what I've found are the ones that are successful are willing to listen and work hard.
He misses it.
That's a good stop defensively. One shot and get it out.
Mobley handles the feed. He fires away. No luck from downtown with the answer. Way out on the right wing. are called for the foul. Too aggressive on defense here, and he winds up with the foul.
You always get your hand reaching in, you get in trouble.
With the pair. Makes it. He got them both. The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Now, this particular offense is extremely tough because they get into the high-low look.
Mobley receives the ball.
How about that elevation?
Out on the wing. In the lane. And he can't get the bounce. Pulls down the board. The Buckeyes set up into their zone motion offense.
And this is difficult because they understand how to take advantage of mismatches.
Mobley handles the pass. Jump shot.
Squared up on the catch. Got his puppies in order.
On the left side. He shoots from outside. Not this time. Snatches it down. Now they work it around the perimeter. Foul on the play. Too aggressive on defense here. He winds up with the foul.
You always get your hand reaching in, you get in trouble. Gus, as a coach, your seniors are really, really important. The other classmen will look to them for guidance and direction. And when a senior is accepting of this role, it really helps out the coaching staff and the team as a whole.
Gets two at the charity stripe. They may have him in some trouble here.
He's trapped, Gus.
The Buckeyes in a hurry. And he's there with the power jam. When you can pass and score like he does, it makes a coach's job a bit easier.
You know he's a real talent. He can set up his teammates for open looks and really has a nose for the goal.
We've got a break in the action, folks. Stay tuned for more CBS Sports coverage of NCAA basketball. Welcome back, and we're set to inbound after the timeout. The Horned Frogs working, changing it up against the zone.
And that's what makes them tough to defend. They understand how to take advantage of openings.
Call for the foul. Obviously too aggressive here defensively.
You've really got to know your limitations, Gus.
At the line. Gets it. Both free throws go. The Buckeyes now running a zone offense.
The impact very similar to their man-to-man. They find the open guy.
On the left side. Up and in. Ha ha! The Horned Frogs set up 3 around 2.
The bigs have to understand how to create a high-low sequence.
On the outside, dials up a long-range shot, but he misses his target. The freshman. They work it around the perimeter. He shoots from the top of the circle. Oh! Fires. He missed it.
Great strength.
The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Very effective because of the power on the glass. It opens up that opportunity for tips.
Entry pass in the paint. He strokes it. He can't get it to go.
Get out and fill.
No.
Seen, reacting, how alert Gus.
On the wing. Jump shot. Do they need a timeout here, Brad?
Gus, they definitely need a timeout. They've lost their composure.
Fires. The freshman. The Buckeyes now looking to run their stuff against this zone.
And what they do is put it on the deck, creating a pinch, and then find the open guy.
Off the mark. Pulls down the rebound. Got it in the low block. He fires it up. Can finish. Way out on the right wing. And hits. On the left side. He fires away. And he can't get the bounce. Nice rebound. The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Now, this particular offense is extremely tough because they get into the high-low look.
Out on the left wing. He swats the ball. Can't connect from the three-point line. He tries the three. He missed it. Give it here. Cross court. He shoots from the corner. He hits it from way downtown. The Buckeyes set up into their zone motion offense.
And this is difficult because they understand how to take advantage of mismatches.
And there's a careless pass that's stolen away. Now in transition. Jump shot. He can't get it to go. Will he get back up with it? And he lays it up and in. At the top of the arc. No. No.
Makes them so competitive on the glass.
The Buckeyes working, changing it up against the zone.
And that's what makes them tough to defend. They understand how to take advantage of openings.
They get the offensive rebound and putback.
Once again, nobody checked out. That coach is going to be beside himself.
Cross court. Fires.
Perfect.
The Buckeyes now running a zone offense.
The impact very similar to their man-to-man. They find the open guy.
Now they work it around the perimeter. Off the mark.
Great inside control.
Cross court. From the baseline. Shots off.
They've got to fill the lanes now. Get out and fill, please.
The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Very effective because of the power on the glass. It opens up that opportunity for tips.
And misses.
When you get an offensive rebound and then score, it really is disheartening for the D.
Get it down on the low block. Inside. On the outside.
Put a little English on it.
The Buckeyes now looking to run their stuff against this zone.
And what they do is put it on the deck, creating a pinch, and then find the open guy.
The senior. In the post. In the lane. And he can't get the bounce. Edmonds keeps it alive. Shots off. Hungry for the ball. The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
This particular offense is extremely tough because they get into the high-low look.
Out on the right wing. Around 8 minutes remaining on the game clock. He attempts the trifecta. Nice look. Bam. This one is shaping up to be a beauty. We're about halfway through the first, and both teams are competing well.
I think both teams are executing well. Ultimately, it's going to come down to who is going to play tougher at the defensive end and rebound the ball.
On the left side. Heat check time from long range. Comes up empty from deep. Rips it down. The Buckeyes set up into their zone motion offense.
And this is difficult because they understand how to take advantage of mismatches.
Nice rejection. Blocked. Seven minutes left on the game clock. Cross court. Jump shot. He missed it.
What a rebound. It's mine.
Way out on the right wing. Fires. He can't get it to go. Call for the foul. Obviously too aggressive here defensively.
You really got to know your limitations, Gus.
Royal is usually automatic when he steps to the line. Count. He got them both. The Buckeyes are looking to force the tempo now by extending their defense.
Gus, forcing the opposition to play 94 feet is ideal if they can't play the full court game.
Top of the key. Jump shot. The junior. The Buckeyes working, changing it up against the zone.
And that's what makes them tough to defend. They understand how to take advantage of openings.
Fires. Shots off. Goes up high with two hands. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive, but you just got to know when to back off.
At the foul line.
Solid shooter.
gets it. Rims out.
Boy, the coach will be happy with that effort.
We are at the 6-minute mark with no luck.
Big time presentation at the rim. He made himself bigger by extending his arms.
On the left side. He got it up and in. They work the perimeter. He shoots from the left of the circle. Shots off. Takes the board. Nice low post play. Good entry down into the box. We're at the 5-minute mark. He shoots from the corner. And no! Rips down the board. Out on the wing. Jump shot. Shots off.
Look to outlet.
Pushes it. They're called for the foul. Mobley is making his presence felt out there so far. The Buckeyes set up 3 around 2.
They have to look for each other on any cross screen.
In the lane. Shots off.
Oh, what a good rebound there, Gus. You got to secure those ones. The more rebounds you get, obviously, the better.
Down on the low block. Fires. They're having a tough time hitting from the floor. The Buckeyes now running a zone offense.
The impact very similar to their man-to-man. They find the open guy.
On the low block. No.
Dominating the glass.
We're at the 4-minute mark. Cross court. He shoots from the right of the circle. And another missed field goal.
They're settling for jumpers. They got to find a way to score. Get to the rim, get to the free throw line. Look at the coach. He's beside himself.
He shoots from the corner. The Buckeyes cannot get anything to drop for them.
They've lost their legs on all their shots. They need some better trips down the floor.
Entry pass in the paint. And lays it in. The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Very effective because of the power on the glass. It opens up that opportunity for tips.
Baseline. He shoots from the baseline. The Buckeyes are having a tough time hitting from the floor.
They can't buy one, Gus.
3 minutes left on the game clock. Down on the low block, trying to work it inside. Obviously too aggressive here defensively.
You really got to know your limitations, Gus.
Here's another solid junior build.
By the time you're a junior, you know what your coach expects from you. It's about leading by example and guiding the younger players on the team.
He gets it to go. He makes it. Cross court. It's a call for the foul. Too aggressive on defense here. He winds up with the foul.
You always get your hand reaching in, you get in trouble.
The Buckeyes are a pretty good free throw shooting team.
I know the coach takes pride in their free throw shooting. It's something they really have worked on.
Got it from the free throw line. You've got to be prepared when you go up against this team, Raph. Their pressure can be relentless at times. They love to pressure you full court.
Well, you're right on top of that, Gus. They really like to force you into mistakes with their pressure.
Now with the ball screen. Off the mark. Pulls down the rebound. The Buckeyes now looking to run their stuff against this zone.
And what they do is put it on the deck, creating the pinch, and then find the open guy. Down the lane. Finger roll. So easy for this guy.
The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Now, this particular offense is extremely tough because they get into the high-low look.
Dump it inside. Shots up.
How about that, Gus?
They work the perimeter. Now with 10 to shoot. Jump shot. And answer. Under 1 minute remaining on the game clock. They work it around the perimeter. He puts up the tray. No luck from downtown. The Buckeyes are doing a great job of controlling the pace of this game.
I'll tell you, if you make the opposition play at your pace, it can really get them out of their comfort zone.
Cross court. Takes the medium range jump shot. Bucket. Looking for a good shot.
Look at that block. Terrific reaction.
Down on the low block. And will head back down to the other end. Raph, so far it's been a demonstration of teamwork.
When you have guys that want to win, you're going to get different players stepping up at different times and in different ways. And that's always great to watch, especially as a coach.
The Buckeyes set up into their zone motion offense.
And this is difficult because they understand how to take advantage of mismatches. The guile, the fortitude to pursue the rim.
One half is in the book. Stay tuned for CBS at the half. Let's take a look at our game summary to this point so far.
You can get a sense of the story of this game by looking at some of these numbers. Still lots of time to play, though. Anything can happen.
Here's a look at how both teams are doing with their keys to the game. Coach, you talked about the pressure of NCAA tournament play, and here it is in the second half, and you know it's building on both of these teams.
We've heard it before, Gus. Survive and advance. I'm certain that these teams will come out and do whatever it takes to survive. Nobody wants to be making that long loser's walk to the locker room tonight.
On the inside.
Magnificent.
He threaded the needle. Nice look on the backdoor pass.
Solid play right there. Great find on the back cut. And what a delivery, Gus.
The Buckeyes working, changing it up against the zone.
That's what makes them tough to defend. They understand how to take advantage of openings.
Fired, you bet. On the baseline. Jump shot. No! What a rebound. The Buckeyes now running a zone offense.
The impact very similar to their man-to-man. They find the open guy.
Royal receives the ball. He lets it go. It won't fall. Robinson gets the pass. Up and in. Ha ha! The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Very effective because of the power on the glass. It opens up that opportunity for tips.
Top of the key. No! Grabs the rebound. Edmonds handles the pass. No!
It's mine.
The Buckeyes now looking to run their stuff against this zone.
And what they do is put it on the deck, creating the pinch, and then find the open guy.
He shoots from the left side of the circle. Off the mark with the shot. Robinson receives the ball. He gets that one to fall. The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
This particular offense is extremely tough because they get into the high-low look.
The Buckeyes can't get anything to fall.
I'll tell you, Gus, when a team is shooting the ball this poorly, they must get the ball back on defense, create some turnovers, and get some runouts.
That one deserves another look.
He's looking good. Strong to the goal. Send it in.
The Buckeyes, and they're in their motion offense, working with 3 around 2.
The understanding of when to give it inside and cut. Superior.
He shoots from the left side of the circle. The Buckeyes are having an unbelievably tough time from the field.
They're not concentrating, Gus. They've got to lock down on the rim and shoot the ball with confidence.
Fires, and he can't get the bounce. What a rebound. Thornton handles the pass. The Buckeyes set up into their zone motion offense.
And this is difficult because they understand how to take advantage of mismatches.
Mobley handles the feed. Can finish. The Buckeyes did a great job of going through the high post on that ball.
They got the ball to the big guy at the high post, and the D just couldn't react in time, Gus. That's often the case when the ball goes into that area of the court.
He throws up the shot. He missed it. Pulls it in. On the left side. No! And he lays it up and in. Robinson receives the pass. And he's fouled. Once again, a case of being too aggressive defensively.
There's nothing wrong with being aggressive, but you just got to know when to back off.
A chance for 2.
Great attack.
He gets it to go. Foul shot no good. Snatches the board. On the right side.
Look at that block. Terrific.
And we're going the other way. It's been a great team effort for these guys.
As a coach, it's great to see all 5 guys on the floor working together. That is impressive. That's how you win, and win consistently, Gus. When multiple people contribute, it takes the pressure off your superstar.
Jump shot. He drains the bucket. On the outside. He launches a three. Off that time. Batted around, and he comes up with it. The Buckeyes working, changing it up against the zone.
And that's what makes them tough to defend. They understand how to take advantage of openings.
He lets it go.
Big time dagger.
Down in the low block. In the lane. Shots off.
Get out and fill.
The Buckeyes now running a zone offense.
The impact very similar to their man-to-man. They find the open guy.
Out on the right wing. And there's a bad pass. Robinson with the ball. Rising. The shot won't fall. Mobley receives the ball. Here comes the pain. Looking for a good shot. In the lane. He gets the shot to fall. The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Very effective because of the power on the glass. It opens up that opportunity for tips.
He shoots from the elbow. The junior. Get it down on the low block. He nails the bucket. Robinson handles the pass. He can't get it to go.
As a coach, you love it when your team can get offensive rebound. You get a second chance at scoring within the same possession.
They work the perimeter. He shoots from the corner. Not this time. The Buckeyes with the offensive board. That one went through the high post, coach.
When the ball goes through the high post, good things usually happen for the offense. It's such a vulnerable area for the D. A great job of exploiting that area on that play.
On the wing. Shots off.
Push it.
Thornton gets the ball. The Buckeyes now looking to run their stuff against this zone.
And what they do is put it on the deck, creating a pinch, and then find the open guy.
In the lane. No.
Rebound and run.
The Buckeyes are doing a terrific job of controlling the game.
Really done a great job establishing a good pace. A pace that suits their strengths as a team.
On the right side. Picks off that lazy pass. Now looking to attack. Now they work it around the perimeter. Inside. A great finish on that backdoor feed.
Oh, what an explosive cut to the tin and just a terrific feed. What a finish, Gus.
They work the perimeter. Fires. Off the mark.
One shot, Gus. You always want to limit the opposition to one opportunity.
On the left side. Shots off.
He owns the window.
The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
This particular offense is extremely tough because they get into the high-low look.
And he can't get the bounce. Out on the wing. Jump shot. He missed it.
And when a shot goes up, the goal should be to limit the opposition to one opportunity, Gus. They did a decent job there.
And he makes the three. Out of bounds and a change of possession. The Buckeyes just don't stop moving when they get the ball on offense.
They're moving without it, spacing the floor, and executing when they get the open look. That's just fundamental hoops right there.
That first half was close, Raph. Both teams very, very well. But now I think one team has figured out the other. This one is getting out of hand.
The difference in play from the first half to now is night and day. What a change. They seemingly abandoned everything that worked in their favor in the first half. It's going to take something drastic for them to get back into this one.
Cross court. He shoots from the right of the circle. He gets it to fall. Dump it inside. The Buckeyes set up into their zone motion offense.
And this is difficult because they understand how to take advantage of mismatches.
Gets it to go. How about that play? They went through the high post.
Whenever you're attacking a zone or a man D, it's key to get the ball in the center of the floor, and in particular, to the high post.
Cross court. Block shot. Royal on the move. Around 8 minutes remaining on the game clock. Now they work it around the perimeter. Dials up a long-range shot. And it's no good from downtown. He shoots from the top of the circle.
How about this kid, huh?
The Buckeyes working, changing it up against the zone.
And that's what makes them tough to defend. They understand how to take advantage of openings.
Fires. Good. On the outside. He shoots from downtown. Got it. Wow. They work the perimeter. He fires away and hits. Seven minutes left on the game clock. Now they work it around the perimeter. And he can't hit the shot. Fort receives the pass. The Buckeyes now running a zone offense.
The impact very similar to their man-to-man. They find the open guy.
Royal gets the pass.
How about that?
Dump it inside. He takes the three. Outside Jay won't go.
It's all about shot selection, Gus. It's so important to take good shots, and not necessarily the shot the defense wants you to take.
Mobley handles the pass. We are at the 6-minute mark. Royal handles the pass. Buried. He can't get the hoop to fall. Thornton receives the ball. Jump shot. Perfect. Cross court. He launches the bomb, and he hits the three. How about that play? They went through the high post.
Whenever you're attacking a zone or man D, it's key to get the ball in the center of the floor, and in particular, to the high post.
Thornton handles the feed. Takes the medium-range jump shot. He doesn't get the hoop to fall. He attempts the three, but he misses his target. Gets the rebound. Thornton receives the pass. The Buckeyes running their zone offense.
Very effective because of the power on the glass. It opens up that opportunity for tips.
In the post. In the lane. He gets that one to fall. Dump it inside. The Buckeyes have established a presence inside with their scoring in the paint.
The closer you get the ball to the hoop, the better chance you have of making a hoop. Clearly, they're playing with a mindset of getting the ball into the paint and finishing strong at the goal.
Buckeyes set up 3 around 2.
They have to look for each other on any cross screen.
Cross court. He can't get the bucket to fall. He drains the bucket. Grabs the board. Thornton handles the pass. The Buckeyes now looking to run their stuff against this zone.
And what they do is put it on the deck, creating attention, and find the open guy.
Robinson handles the feed. He fires from long range. Misses from the outside. 3 minutes left on the game clock. Looking for a good shot. The fans are making a difference, Raph. This is a tough place to play. And they've earned a timeout. We'll have more NCAA basketball coverage in a moment. And we're back ready to get things going again after the timeout. The Horned Frogs running their zone offense.
Now, this particular offense is extremely tough because they get into the high-low look.
Out on the left wing. He can't get it to go.
I own it.
On the left side. Jump shot. It's no good. You bet. The Horned Frogs motion. 3 around 2.
Inside oriented. Powerful.
Baseline. 2 minutes left on the game clock. Fires. He doesn't get the hoop. Thornton takes the pass. He shoots from the corner. Can't connect from the three-point line. Pushes it. Heat check time from long range. And he buries the long-range bomb. The Buckeyes set up into their zone motion offense.
And this is difficult because they understand how to take advantage of mismatches.
He puts up the tray and answers. Dump it inside. He strokes it. He gets the shot to fall. One minute left on the game clock. Looking for a good shot. Jump shot. No, rips it down. On the wing. He shoots from the elbow, and he misses the shot.
Put a little English on it.
On the right side. Fires. Off the mark. And he's fouled. Let's get another look at the layup.
You've got to make these inside ones, Gus. They're high percentage shots. They've just got to be completed.
Coach, when a team shoots this well from the line, playing aggressive defense can come back to haunt you.
When a team shoots a high percentage from the line, it makes them that much harder to defend.
Not today.
They should look to push it now. A little woo-woo, Gus.
Change of possession. The Buckeyes working, changing it up against the zone.
And that's what makes them tough to defend. They understand how to take advantage of openings.
On the right side. Jump shot. Drains it. Out on the wing. Shots up and nails it from 3. We've said it so many times, survive and advance. Well, one survived and will advance, the other one's going home.
Well, when you take a close look at this victory, it came down to execution. We say it all the time, but these guys did a terrific job of getting stops at the defensive end and scores at the offensive end.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes CBS Sports coverage of NCAA basketball. I'm Gus Johnson saying so long.